What's up, everybody? Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great day with friends and family. Hopefully you did not spend Thanksgiving alone, because that'd be very depressing. So, now this is a new episode of the list. Episode 51. A lot of wrestling news to get to. A lot of WWE news. On this episode, I'll be talking about the Carmella Liv Morgan Twitter fight. They have a Twitter beef, I guess. I guess they had a beef, and they had heat when they were training at the Performance Center. I don't know. Maybe it's made up just for a storyline because now they're both on SmackDown. I'll talk about the 5 new NXT women call-ups to the main roster. I'll talk about that in this episode. Talk about Finn Balor. Vince McMahon thinks he's not a star and not big enough, and not a big enough star to take on Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. I'll talk about House of Hardcore on Twitch.tv. I'm also on Twitch. I've created my own channel on Twitch. I'll give you the name of it. So maybe you would want to follow me on Twitch, because I have my own channel on there. I'm going to still do exclusive videos for my YouTube channel, but I'll also be putting them on my Twitch.tv channel. And I'll also talk about a lot of stuff to talk about. The 2018 WWE pay-per-view schedule. Let's talk about that first. In 2018, WWE's going to hold 14 pay-per-views. 14 instead of 16. 2017, they held 16 pay-per-views. That's way too many. 14's a lot. They should just do 12 pay-per-views a month, in my opinion, but they got to do more because of the brand split, I guess. So, some pay-per-views they actually dropped, and they aren't going to be doing them anymore. One of them, thank God, is Great Balls of Fire. Has been dropped, removed from the pay-per-view calendar in 2018. Nobody cares. Great Balls of Fire, god-awful pay-per-view name. Another pay-per-view that has been removed, won't be put on in 2018, is No Mercy. Is gone. So here's the pay-per-view schedule. Royal Rumble in January 28th, the Royal Rumble in Philly. I hope the fans are really hype. Philly fans are usually great. So Royal Rumble is both brands' pay-per-view. It is co-branded. Elimination Chamber in February is a Raw pay-per-view. Last year it was a SmackDown pay-per-view because Bray Wyatt won the WWE Championship, and I'm pretty sure it was a SmackDown show. Fastlane, March 11th. Fastlane is now a SmackDown pay-per-view. WrestleMania 34, April 8th, is co-branded. Backlash, May 6th. So from April 8th, we don't have a pay-per-view until May 6th. That's good. That's a good thing. That's like 4 full weeks to build up. Backlash is now a Raw pay-per-view. Another pay-per-view in May. I do not like when they put on 2 pay-per-views a month. But, whatever. At least we're getting our money's worth on the network by getting 2 pay-per-views a month for only $10. So Payback is on May 27th. It's a SmackDown pay-per-view. Money in the Bank, June 17th. Money in the Bank. I don't know if June 17th. I don't know how they can say, oh, that's July. I almost got June and July mixed up. Anyways, Money in the Bank is now co-branded pay-per-view, Raw and SmackDown pay-per-view. So they'll have a Money in the Bank for SmackDown and probably for Raw. Battleground, July 15th. It's a Raw pay-per-view. Last year, I think Battleground, this year, 2017, I think Battleground was, I don't remember. I think it was SmackDown pay-per-view or Raw, who knows. SummerSlam, co-branded. September 16th, Extreme Rules is a Raw pay-per-view. September 30th, Hell in the Cell is a SmackDown pay-per-view. And it was in 2017. WWE TLC, October 21st. The only pay-per-view in October. That's a good thing. TLC's a Raw pay-per-view. Survivor Series, November 18th, is a co-branded pay-per-view. In Clash of the Champions, December 16th, Clash of Champions 2018 is a SmackDown pay-per-view. All I gotta say about the 2018 pay-per-view schedule, it's a good thing that they dropped 2 pay-per-views. That's a really good thing. Because that is too many pay-per-views. 16 is too many. Glad it's down to 14. Maybe in 2019 it'll go down to 13. I don't know. So, next story. On this episode of The List, I'm going to talk about and give my thoughts. Is Carmella and Liv Morgan have a Twitter beef? This was like 3 days ago. They got in a Twitter fight. So, Carmella tweets out, I guess Liv Morgan thought she was talking about her, I guess. I don't really know what this tweet means. All I can do is guess. But Carmella tweets out on November 21st at 8:27 p.m. I can't say I don't like their attitude, but let me give you a piece of advice. I guess she's talking to Liv Morgan. Stay, and then she has a clapping emoji. Stay away from me. That's her tweet. And then she goes, and my gear. And then she puts drawer, ... period, whatever, ... My gear drawer. Stay away from me and my gear drawer. I don't know what that means, but obviously Carmella is accusing Liv Morgan of doing something to her gear at the Performance Center or NXT. Liv Morgan comes back and responds and quotes her tweet. I don't know if she quoted it, but she replied. Liv Morgan says, with a clapping emoji again, don't tell me what to do. That's pretty funny. And then she goes, and your gear drawer seems to have all my stuff in it. Again, I don't know what they're fighting over, but they have a Twitter beef. And then Carmella comes back and replies. She says, dang, I didn't realize you could even see my tweets. She says, guess you finally unblocked me. That's a pretty good comeback. And that's the end of the Twitter beef. Again, Carmella, Liv Morgan goes on to say they spent 2 years training with each other in NXT. So they have a history, but nobody really knows what it is yet. Carmella was in developmental from 2013 until being caught up in 2016. Liv Morgan was in developmental from 2014 until debuting this week. So Carmella stated Liv Morgan had her blocked on Twitter. No fans, I wasn't aware of it. But it was pretty funny. I always like a good Twitter beef between two wrestlers. I think it's damn entertaining to read the tweets. So I'm not on either one of their sides. I like both of them. They both kind of look similar and wear similar wrestling gear. I don't know. I like both of them. Looks-wise, I would go with Liv Morgan. I think she's a lot more attractive. But Carmella's definitely not unattractive. So next story on this episode of the list. I'm going to talk about the 5 NXT call-ups. The 5 women that debuted on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. First, I'm going to talk about the women that debuted on Raw. Mandy Rose. Blonde. I'm sure Vince and Kevin Dunn love her. She reminds me of Sable. I don't know why. But, and not in a good way. Because Sable couldn't wrestle at all. Anyways. Mandy Rose. I think I saw her in one match a long time ago on NXT TV, I think, and she just jobbed really quick. I remember Mandy Rose on Tough Enough like 2-3 years ago. I remember her on Total Divas, but as a wrestler, I don't know what Mandy Rose can do. So I'm not going to judge her. I'm not going to say that Mandy Rose is god-awful. I'm not going to judge her and bash her wrestling ability because I don't know enough about it to give my opinion. I don't know if she's a god-awful worker. I don't know if she's an Eva Marie because I haven't seen her wrestle yet. Really. She's been training like probably 2 years at the Performance Center. So I would hope she has some good ability because she has very good trainers. And I saw what she did to Mickie James. She picked her up and she had her arms locked, picked up Mickie, drove her down with a face buster. That was pretty decent. But I can't judge her wrestling ability yet because I haven't seen enough of it. Mandy Rose, I'm not attracted to her, but again, she's not unattractive. I wish her the best on the main roster. Sonya Deville. 1,000 times better than Mandy Rose. But again, I haven't seen Mandy Rose wrestle more than 2 matches. Sonya Deville. I like her gimmick. I like her look. I guess she's lesbian. Doesn't bother me one bit. I don't care. I don't judge people for what they are. I don't care. She could be lesbian, bi, straight. She could be transgender. I don't care. She could date anybody she wants. I don't care. She is a good worker. Very good for only being in wrestling like 2 years or a year and a half. She's only been on NXT TV for like a year. And she hasn't got that many matches on TV under her belt. Her most recent match I saw was against Ruby Riott on Wednesday on NXT TV, and it was good. I was impressed by it. Of course, Ruby Riott carried her, but she definitely did her part. So Sonya Deville, I like her look. I like her gimmick. I like her ability. I think she's very good, and she's going to just get better and better. So Sonya Deville, 2 thumbs up for her main roster debut. I like it a lot. So I guess she's also the first openly gay lesbian out of all the women on the main roster. That's a good thing in my opinion. Because again, I will never judge. If you're transgender, if you're transitioning from a woman to a man or a man to a woman, I will never judge you if you're a wrestling fan. If you're a regular person on the street, I would never judge you. I would accept you. I accept all people, all races. I accept them all. If you're a cool person, not rude to me, I'll be nice to you. Because I have zero hatred in my heart. I have zero hatred in my heart. I don't understand those people, religious people, that hate gays and hate transgender and want to make bathroom laws in some states. These stupid politicians want to make bathroom laws so they can't use the bathroom that they want to use. That's totally out of line. And politics and politicians have no business getting involved in issues about transgender and trying to block them from doing what they want. Basically trying to make it hell for them and how they want to live. That's totally wrong. So, again, if she is the first ever openly gay female, that's awesome. I support her, and I support anybody that's transgender, bi, gay, or anything. Now to SmackDown call-ups. First, I'll start with Ruby Riott. I love her. Great worker. She was great in the indies. On the indies, she was great in Shimmer. She's been great everywhere. She's worked. I've seen a lot of her matches from Shimmer, as when she was Heidi Lovelace. Very good worker. Ruby Riott, out of the 5 that were caught up, my opinion, Ruby Riott is the most ready. She is absolutely the most ready and the most accomplished. She's probably the longest veteran out of all 5 of them. Or the other 4. I think Sarah Logan, I don't know how long she's been wrestling, but she's very good also. But Ruby Riott, love her look. She has a different, unique look, unique face. She's got a ton of tattoos. She's all tatted up all over. She's got a very unique look. So I love Ruby Riott. She'll do the best. Out of all 5 that were caught up, she is definitely the best out of the 5. Now to Sarah Logan. She has worked on Shimmer. She's worked in Shimmer. Trying to get her name. What was her name in Shimmer? Crazy Mary Dobson, I believe. I don't know, this stupid article has like no information on Sarah Logan. But anyways, Sarah Logan, I've seen her in Shimmer. Her name was Crazy Mary Dobson. She came out with like a hockey mask on, goalie mask, Jason mask. It was pretty cool. So Sarah Logan's a great wrestler, great worker. She's very good. Sarah Logan's probably the 2nd best out of the 5. She's the 2nd best behind Ruby Riott. The third best would be Sonya Deville. 4th best would be Liv Morgan. The fifth would be Mandy Rose. So now, Sarah Logan, very good worker. Look up her matches on YouTube. She's very good. Not as Sarah Logan, type in Mary Dobson, or crazy Mary Dobson. Now the final woman that was caught up, Liv Morgan. Again, she has a great look. She's very cute, very attractive. I like Liv Morgan. She's not a great wrestler, not a great worker. I don't know if she'll ever be a great wrestler. I don't think she ever will be known as a great worker. She's eye candy, but she's decent enough to be on TV. She probably has the same wrestling ability as Kelly and Carmella. That's my opinion. But I still like Liv Morgan. I like her gimmick. I like her looks. I like her theme music. I'm glad she's on the main roster, because it's fresh blood. It's new blood. Part of the women's division. That's a great thing. Next story I'm going to talk about is Finn Balor. So, Vince McMahon looks at Finn Balor like Dolph Ziggler thinks Finn is a great worker, but he will only be a mid-carder and not a main eventer. And Vince McMahon sees Finn Balor, when he's not the Demon, he just sees him as a regular, generic, mid-card wrestler, I guess. But Finn Balor is, and Vince doesn't think Finn Balor's a main event star, doesn't think he's over enough. Vince, you are crazy, and you've lost your damn mind. Finn Balor is super over. He's still over in 2017, and he was super over in 2016 when I saw him live at an NXT house show. When Ballard's music hit, he had the leather jacket on, he wasn't the Demon, he was a Ballard Club. And when his music hit it and he came out, the crowd exploded. The arena, not the arena, but the hall I was in, it was a place called Turner Hall. Pretty small building. But it was a great atmosphere. The fans were really hype. And when Finn Balor came out doing this with his music, everybody did it. Everybody's into Finn Balor. Everybody likes the guy. In my opinion, he's super over, and everybody likes the guy. If you don't like Finn Balor and you don't think he's super over, there's something wrong with you and you're stupid. Because he is super over. Look at the crowd on Monday Night Raw. When he comes out, they're all doing this. They love the guy. And the guy's a great worker. Great wrestler and worker. So Finn Balor responded to his match. Dave Meltzer reported Vince McMahon decided to scrap the planned Brock Lesnar-Finn Balor match at Royal Rumble because he thinks, now just listen to this and let this sink in. Vince, you're losing your mind. You have dementia or Parkinson's or something. Or Alzheimer's. You have something if you think Finn Balor's not over enough. So Vince doesn't want Balor against Brock because Vince thinks Balor is not over enough to be a believable challenger to Lesnar. Let me throw this at you. Everybody watching. Finn Balor, I think, is maybe taller than AJ Styles. A little bit. Or maybe the same size. And look what AJ did with Brock. They had a great match. Size doesn't matter. To me, in wrestling, size does not matter. If you have a cruiserweight or a smaller guy, go up against Brock. They would still have a great match if the smaller guy's a great worker. And AJ's a great worker. Finn Balor's a great worker. When Rey Mysterio took on Brock in 2002 or 2003, and Rey looked like a midget next to Brock, but Rey was a great worker. So him and Brock had a fun, good, entertaining match on a SmackDown. Anyways, Balor tweeted on Wednesday emphasizing the letters O-V-E-R in forever. So, pretty damn funny that Finn Balor is kind of trolling Vince, that he doesn't think he's over enough. Because, and then Finn Balor posted a picture of him putting like an arm bar on Roman Reigns. And, you know, when those guys face each other, Balor will always get cheered more than Roman, Vince. So how can you say he's not over? Reigns is not over as a babyface. Finn Balor is. Wake up, Vince. Wake up. Get some damn medication for whatever you have. And get your head out of your ass. I think the fans, I would love to see Finn Balor against Brock. And I think most of the fans would also. That's just totally asinine. And really stupid to say Finn Balor is not over enough to take on Brock. Again, Vince, I don't know, Vince. You might have brain disease. Suffered too many concussions or something. Or old age, I don't know. But, well, I don't know. Maybe Triple H talked Vince out of having Jinder against Brock because we didn't get that match. Or, I don't know. I don't believe Vince by himself. I gotta turn this off. Anyways. I gotta get up for a minute. So again, I don't believe Vince, by himself, said to himself, the fans are going to hate Jinder versus Brock. Let's give them AJ versus Brock. I don't believe Vince came up with that. I believe Triple H did and talked him into it. Or, I don't know. I don't know who talked it. I don't know if it's Vince or Triple H that decided to have Jinder drop the title in the UK. I don't know. But I don't believe Vince came up with, let's do AJ Brock for the fans instead. Because it's 1,000 times a better match. And it was a better match than Jinder Brock would ever been. So, Finn Balor, I hope the guy wins the WWE title or Universal title again. I hope he's not just treated like a mid-carder that does not main event pay-per-views. Because if he is treated like that, he'll leave. Whenever his contract's up, I don't know, 1 or 2 years, he'll leave. He'll go back to New Japan and he'll make a ton of money. He'll probably make more than he's making in WWE. So, my thoughts on Finn Balor not being over enough. That's what Vince thinks. Vince, you're crazy. You're insane. You lost your damn mind. Another story about, I could talk about, but I'm not gonna. Batista was directly talking to Vince McMahon about a WWE return in 2018. When he's out of his contract, I believe with Marvel. Or some movie contract he's in. I don't know why Batista or Vince, why Vince would want to bring him back. Yes, he's a big name. Yeah, the guy's done very well in Hollywood. He's a pretty big movie star. Part of Guardians of the Galaxy, I think is the name of the movie. I still haven't seen it. But Batista has done very well in Hollywood. He was in a James Bond movie. He was in The Running, or not The Running Man. I don't know what the hell the movie is called. It just came out. Harrison Ford. It came out in like September. Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, and Batista was in it. The thing is called not The Running Man. I don't remember the name of the damn movie, but Batista was in it. So could some old fans of Batista tune in to see him, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe misses wrestling, I don't know. But to me, Batista, the guy's too old to add anything to the show. I love what he said about Trump on TMZ Sports. They interviewed Batista for a short time, and he bashed Trump and said if Trump gets elected again, he's going to move to Europe. I like that. That Batista does not like Trump. I like that about him. And I like what he said about Trump, that the guy's clueless and worst president of all time, indeed. Don't agree with that, you're a dumbass. Because he doesn't care to be president, and he doesn't care about his job. He doesn't care about helping the country or middle class. Guy's egomaniac. It was obvious. Should be obvious. Anybody that voted for Trump. First off, you're dumb as hell. But if you did, it should be obvious to you by now. The guy doesn't care to be president, doesn't want to be president, doesn't like being president, treats the job as a joke. Just read his tweets every day. See what he does. He's still attacking people. Still talking about Hillary. Still doing dumb, stupid shit on Twitter. If he was a normal person that wanted to be a good president, wanted to be looked at with class and be respected, the guy wouldn't tweet and attack people. He is beyond repair. He is one of the dumbest humans on earth, in my opinion. Guy's tweeting, attacking LeVar Ball. You're the president. You're a disgrace. And it's obvious as hell you don't want to be president. You dumb orange pumpkin. Enough of Trump. Or so I'm going to start ranting. This video will probably go 10 more minutes. So Finn Balor, the guy's super over. Vince, you're insane. Now I'm going to talk about House of Hardcore. Tommy Dreamer's company. Debuted on Twitch. On www.twitch.tv. Go there. House of Hardcore is free. It is free. They have a channel on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv. House of Hardcore is free to freaking watch. It's free. Wrestling fans, obviously if you're watching, you're probably a wrestling fan. So wrestling fans, go to twitch.tv and watch House of Hardcore. They got 7 videos on their channel. I'm on their channel right now. They got House of Hardcore TV episodes that they just started. The last one was episode 3. On Wednesday at 8 p.m. right after NXT. I watched it. I'm a fan of Tommy Dreamer. I love it. And I thank him that he brought his company to Twitch for free. For the fans. To watch it for free. God bless you, Tommy Dreamer. You have destroyed your body for wrestling. You've probably suffered over 20 concussions. You broke your back for the business. He broke his back. And he still came back to wrestle. So support all wrestling fans. Don't just watch WWE. Support Lucha Underground. Support New Japan. Support Impact. Support Ring of Honor. There's a lot of companies. It's really hard to support them all and watch them all, but try to. I've skipped watching a lot of Impact, but I still support them, and I did see Bound for Glory, and I did order it. But I really still try to support and watch Ring of Honor. Of course, I always watch WWE every week. Support Lucha Underground, but I don't really support them. I don't got a problem with them, I just don't have time to watch them. So support House of Hardcore, support Lucha Underground, support WWE, support Impact, support New Japan, NXT, support all wrestling companies in the UK, support Progress, support WCCP. I think that's their name, WCCP. World Culture, or WCPW, I think's their name. World Culture Pro Wrestling. They're very good from what I've seen. I've seen Tony Storm there in a few matches off YouTube. Again, support Progress. Support in the UK, support Progress. WCPW. Support all wrestling companies. Support indie companies if they're in your state or city. Again, it's a lot. There's so much wrestling. For us fans, 2017, 2018 has been great. Because there is so much wrestling to watch as a fan. So much great wrestling out there. It's such a great time to be a wrestling fan. Who cares that WWE's ratings are down, and a lot of people like to bash them all the time, that they suck. But, in my opinion, it is a great time to be a wrestling fan. Great time to be a pro wrestling fan. House of Hardcore, support them. Support Tommy Dreamer. Support guys in House of Hardcore. Guys like Nick Aldis. Used to be Magnus. Billy Gunn came into House of Hardcore. I don't know how long he's going to be there, but he's there. Austin Aries is there. Joey Matthews is there. Tommy Dreamer, MVP. A lot of great talent. Another guy, 360-pound guy that was on House of Hardcore 35. I just watched his match last night. The guy's 360 pounds. I forget his name. But he did a flip over the top rope. That's insane for a 360-pounder. And he got a huge pop and huge reaction at the old ECW arena. Again, I'm promoting House of Hardcore because I believe they really deserve support from the fans. If you're an old ECW fan, support them. If you're a new fan, support them. House of Hardcore for free. Their House of Hardcore events, House of Hardcore 35 is free to watch on their Twitch.tv channel. House of Hardcore 35, 2 hours, 24 minutes for free. December 2nd, next weekend, House of Hardcore will be putting on a free live event on Twitch. I believe it's House of Hardcore 36 from my home state of Wisconsin. So I'll be watching that House of Hardcore event next weekend. Again, support House of Hardcore. They're on Twitch.tv. Type in the search House of Hardcore. Follow their channel. They got TV episodes on there. I'm a fan of House of Hardcore. Really reminds me of the old ECW, and that's a great nostalgia feeling for me. But I would watch them anyway. If they did not remind me of ECW, I would still watch them and support them. And House of Hardcore has a great saying, great catchphrase. It says, no politics, no BS, just pro wrestling. That's a great catchphrase. So support House of Hardcore on twitch.tv. They are free to freaking watch. Also, go and follow my channel on twitch.tv. My channel on Twitch is I'll put it in the description, but www.twitch.tv/WWE NXT Guy. That's my channel on twitch.tv. Also, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be on YouTube for probably a couple more years. I don't know how long. But I appreciate anybody, any fan, any follower of mine on Twitter. I appreciate the hell out of you watching any of my videos. Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Also, go to my twitch.tv channel and follow me. So this ends this episode of The List. I talked about a lot. Had a lot to talk about. That's why this video's 41 minutes. Have a great weekend. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. Follow me on twitch.tv. Bye for now, everybody.